Out of the blue, I would do anything with Oliver. I would jump at just about anything, but I got word that there was I knew he was doing Alexander the Great, and I knew he'd been working on it for a really long time, and I was excited to see it. And when I heard about the possibility of Olympias, I thought it was crazy and wrong, and I was simply too young and wouldn't be able to get the role or do it in any way, but I was excited to just have him. I wanted to meet with him again, and I just wanted to see him. So we met and talked about it, and came around to he had faith in me, which not a lot of people have in that way, and he made me feel confident that I could do it, and I was so excited to finally work with him, and I've loved it so much. He's such a strong director, and he's such a strong person, and he's teaching me so much about life. I think you have to love every character you play, I believe, and understand them, or at least support their flaws, and you can't think they're crazy and they're wrong, or else you can't play them with conviction. So I first read her, and I am a mother now, so I simply saw her as a mother. And a lot of people say she's insane and she's crazy, but I don't know if I wouldn't do the exact same thing for my son. And that may sound really scary to a lot of people, but at this time, 330 BC, when life was so, to be so careful, and people were being murdered left and right and killed, and positions were being taken, and things had to be... It's a different way of living. It's a harder way of living. So she was a hard woman, and she was a frightening woman, and she did murder people or have them killed, and she did push him to be very powerful. Oliver's a beautiful person, and for anybody that has anything negative to say about him doesn't really know him. He's a great, great man, and he's a good man. So I think everybody is working so hard, because when he gets happy about something or feels like you pulled through and you stuck in there and you finished that scene with as much energy as you started with, and you feel like you've done good, and he works so hard, you've made him happy, you feel good. Colin is Alexander to me, and Val is Philip, and they just are. Either they're perfectly cast, or there's something not safe about the choices made for these characters by Oliver, and how it's been put together. And so they're not typical in any way. There's something very flawed and human about them, about all of us, and something very raw. So it's been really exciting to work on these scenes that I think he wanted us all to get past that idea of a period film, and I think that's good, because I think me and Colin and Val wouldn't really fit in one anyway. So it's this time where everybody's just a raw energy. So the scenes what would be a normal arguing scene have just become heightened, and everything's gone very intense in this tiny little room.